Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, moments ago, the Supreme Court of Canada ruled against the Premier, and this question is directed to the Premier, and his Conservative campaign against action on the climate crisis. To quote the court, climate change is real, and it poses a grave threat to humanity's future. After years of wasted time and millions spent in losing court battles, is the Premier prepared to admit he was wrong and to stop attacking efforts to fight the climate crisis?
Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks to respond.
Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker, and thanks for the member opposite for that question. And what we have done since day one of being elected, and what we'll continue to do, is continue to fight for affordability for families and small businesses throughout this province. Now, we don't disagree that climate change is a threat to this province and to this country, Mr. Speaker. We want the same things that everyone wants: reduce our GHG emissions, protect our air, land, and water. We want a strong climate plan. However, Mr. Speaker, we want to take a different path. We believe there's a different path moving forward to achieve our goals, Mr. Speaker, and it's not necessarily what the member of the opposites are pushing, Mr. Speaker. We think that we can move forward to reduce our GHG emissions, achieve our targets, but at the same time protect our air, land, and water. And what we've moved forward with, Mr. Speaker, I'm proud to say, is we have our first ever strategy on hydrogen going forward with this government, Mr. Speaker. We have our emissions reduction for heavy-duty vehicles going forward, and we have our emissions performance standards, which we are working with the federal government to implement in order to attack those heavy polluters in this province and reduce their emissions.
Thank you. And the supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. Again, back to the Premier. We need a Green New Democratic deal to fight climate change and build a sustainable Ontario. The government lost at the appeals court. They lost at the Supreme Court. They wasted money putting stickers on gas pumps to show just how angry they were, and those stickers didn't even stick. But anger won't address the climate crisis. Only real action will. This is a government that wants to pave over wetlands to build warehouses and calls carbon pricing a green scam. When will they wake up? When will they smell the coffee and start tackling the climate crisis the way Ontarians want them to? Thank you.
Members, please take your seats. Minister of the Environment.
Thanks again for that supplemental from the member opposite, Mr. Speaker. And what we do believe is that we're able to have a balance between a healthy, strong environment and a healthy economy. Through that healthy economy, we could put more efforts behind fighting climate change. We put more efforts protecting our land, air, and water. But just for the members opposite, just to continue, not only have we introduced Ontario's first hydrogen strategy consultation, have our climate change advisory panel reporting soon, Mr. Speaker, we also are doing an impact assessment across this province for climate change to see how we can build resilience and change through communities throughout the province to prepare for the changes due to climate change. We've increased the renewable content of gasoline, Mr. Speaker, and we are going to be moving forward with phasing out the total use of coal within this province, something that wasn't completed from the previous government, something that was started originally by the previous Progressive Conservative government that is going to be finalized by a Progressive Conservative government, Mr. Speaker. We're going to continue our investment of $30 million into wetlands and our $20 million Green Land Partnership Program as we move forward to protect our land, air and water and fight climate change, Mr. Speaker.